Sandhan. All Gujarat Integrated Classroom.
સેટેલાઇટના માધ્યમથી જોડતી કડી એટલે સંધાન.
Dear students and equally dear teachers, once again we are meeting for the English literature class through the medium of Sandhan. Dear students, today we are going to discuss the well-known novelist of Indian writing in English, R.K. Narayan sir, and his very famous novel, The Guide. R.K. Narayan is not a new name to us. As soon as we talk about Indian writing in English, three names come to our mind. They are R.K. Narayan, Raja Rao and Mulk Raj Anand. This trio tried to prove their importance on global platform, and our English, that is Indian writing in English, is successfully put forward or put into the mainstream through these three writers. All of them started their writing career almost at the same age, and they were contemporary up to their death, because they started in 20th century and up to 21st century they were living together. Today we are going to discuss about The Guide. But before we go ahead, it is my humble request to introduce myself and my co-speaker to you. I am Rajesh Mehta, working at JJ Kundalya Commerce College, Rajkot, and with me my co-speaker is Professor Ashok Chandravadia from Kamani Science and Pratap Rai Arts College, Amreli. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Today
Thank you.
we are going to discuss about R.K. Narayan in general and his novel The Guide in particular. So before we go ahead, I would like to ask Professor Chandravadia that what are you thinking about Narayan sir and his one of the best novels, The Guide, sir?
Professor Mehta, you rightly said that R.K. Narayan, Mulk Raj Anand and Raja Rao are the three wheels, as in English novel we have the four wheels. Raja Rao is well known for his metaphysical or philosophical presentation of Indian life or literature, Indian literature. Mulk Raj Anand is a socialist writer under the impact of Mahatma Gandhi. R.K. Narayan is famous in Indian literature as well as in world literature in English for his realism and for his Malgudi world. That is his personal contribution to the world literature, the way Faulkner did, the way A.M. Foster did, and the way Thomas Hardy did. He created the world that is partly South India, partly India, and wholly the globe. All his novels, short stories, and even non-fiction works, they have the setting or background of this Malgudi world, where his characters, they born, brought up, live, be happy, sometime not to be happy, or whatever they do. R.K. Narayan is a writer without any hidings. He presents the themes before us which flow the way Chekhov stories, or the way Mopasa stories, or the way Jane Austen's stories, they come to us. This is how he has been compared with so many writers of the world. This R.K. Narayan is a wonderful writer, as an entertainer also, because he never keeps any propaganda, he never wishes to give any social messages. However, all these are there in his writings. So let us concentrate now on R.K. Narayan and his The Guide.
Yes, sir, certainly. Narayan unfolds the things in a manner which just propound us or astonish us like anything. His humorous way of presentation is certainly well known throughout the globe. Before we go ahead, it is our humbleness to express that R.K. Narayan has been nominated or shortlisted for Nobel Prize for Literature more than twice, and he has been given big civilian awards like Padma Vibhushan and literary awards like Sahitya Academy Awards. Not only this, but Indian government also nominated him for the upper house of parliament, that is Rajya Sabha, and for 6 years he remained member of parliament who presented the art fraternity for the Indian people. So now let us look at the things we are going to discuss. First of all, we shall look towards the biographical details of R.K. Narayan, where he was born, how his childhood passed, and all these things. On your screen you are looking at the picture of R.K. Narayan. In next slide we have introduction part of R.K. Narayan. His full name Rashipuram Krishnaswamy Narayan Swamy. I repeat, Rashipuram Krishnaswamy Narayan Swamy, who preferred the shortened name R.K. Narayan, nicknamed as Kunjappa, was born in Madras on October 10, 1906 and died on May 13, 2001. So he lived for 95 years, and it is a kind of bliss to us that person of such a stature lived among us for so prolonged life. His father, an educator who travelled frequently, and his mother was ill most of the time. Students, you may not be informed or aware that his mother died at very young age when Narayan was not a teenager. Before teenage, he lost his mother. That was a kind of mental blow through which Narayan has to sustain. What are you talking about these things, Professor Chandravadia?
Yeah, Professor Mehta, you are right that it's a kind of family where
This emotional blow on Narayan.
What I am talking about, that this emotional blow continues to his children also. Narayan has lost his mother when he was quite young, and his daughter has also lost her mother when she was quite young. As a result, Narayan, the emotional part of his heart that remained throughout the life, craving for all sorts of emotions, and that is why he looks at all his characters emotionally and pardons them fully.
Okay. In our next slide, you can look at the picture of Narayan when he was quite young. He was nicknamed by his maternal grandmother Kunjappa, and for lifetime he continued to known in his familial circle as Kunjappa. He was raised in Madras by his maternal grandmother, he studied for 8 years in famous Christian mission school of Madras. So his affiliation with maternal family was great. Though his father and mother were moved from one place to other place quite a few times, Narayan stayed with his maternal grandmother and he got his initial emotional support from that grandmother. His digression toward or his introduction toward Sanskrit language and mythology was due to that maternal grandmother. In our next slide, the turning point of Narayan's life is discussed. I request Professor Chandra Wadia to throw some lights on these things.
Narayan's father was a headmaster in a school, so he keeps on transferring from one place to another. Narayan moved to Mysore to live with his family when his father was transferred there. There he started his schooling. The well-stocked library at the school, Mysore school, as well as his father's personal library, these are the literary diets that R.K. Narayan started reading haphazardly and widely. He read Charles Dickens, he read Thomas Hardy, and he read most of the famous Victorian and modern writers. They were at his disposal. All these things, they are put forwarding to our child novelist towards his task that is to happen in near future. This Mysore has become a turning point in his life, from where we find the seeds of writing novels, short stories and other types in R.K. Narayan.
So as a young boy, he was a voracious reader and he went through almost all Victorians, particularly novelists, and perhaps classic also he might have gone through. Professor Chandra Wadia?
Yeah.
So from Madras to Mysore, his turning point occurred, and in Mysore he had very few friends, so his quite close friends were books at school and books at home, and these books gave him the insight, the courage and the support to express himself correctly and profoundly, and he started writing at the age of 16 or 17.
Yeah, at the very young age.
In our next slide, we have tried to focus on his realization. Narayan completed his BA and briefly held a job as a school teacher. When he was a school teacher, his headmaster forcefully said him that you are supposed to do a work of a physical trainer. For Narayan, it was an alarming bell, because as a literary personality, he was quite profound in his teaching literature, but his physical passion was less inclined to physical instruction. So he quit the job and he got realization that I am not fit to be a teacher, because exploitations are going on everywhere, and to avoid this exploitation I must start writing, and that is my final career. So the disheartening experience at school made him realize that the only career for him was writing, and his first published work was a book review. He started writing book reviews. Professor Chandrawadia, would you like to say something about his realization?
Yeah. R.K. Narayan, as a teacher in school, was ready for any kind of mental exercise, but he was not ready for any kind of physical exercise. That he was forced by the headmaster. This was a time where R.K. Narayan thought that he must determine to do something in the life for himself, for India, and for the entire literary community. And he decided writing. And his first published work of a book review on development of maritime laws of 17th century England. The title is not literary, the work is not literary, but however, he has started writing, and that writing will make him one of the greatest Indian novelists. In the initial year, his writing income of the whole year was 9 rupee. You know, the income was such a small amount.
Very meager amount.
Yeah, that anybody might have left the job, but R.K. Narayan was not of that personality who once decided that I do something, and soon in little later future is going to emerge. So many hardships are waiting for him still, but bit by bit he will overcome that. I can do anything, but I can't become a PT teacher in a school.
Yes, that's a funny aspect of his life. Now we are going through the next slide, that is breakthrough or his establishment as a novelist. Narayan broke through his mentor and friend Graham Greene. Graham Greene is not a new name to the students of literature. He is a British novelist